And I know there's various ways of loading these method feeders up now. I mean, for many years people just did it by hand.
The old-fashioned way.
The Andy Findlay way. And now most people have sort of switched over to using these method moulds.
Well, we've got these lovely moulds now that make life simpler, easy, and anybody can do it in different sizes. You can use them in different sizes, and I used one that day. There's different ways of using it. If you want the bait on the top, if I'm not catching a lot of fish, I like to bury the bait, and if I'm catching lots of fish very quickly, I like to have the bait on the top. So if I want the bait on the top, I always put my hook bait in first, so it's going to be on the top. Then I put the pellets on the top.
And you just fill that level.
Just fill it level, press it, lift it because it's got a quick release on the bottom like that, and you take it out. And it's perfect.
It's just,
I mean, what's simpler than that?
It's a coconut every time.
But the nice thing is, my hook bait is on the top.
Yeah.
So as soon as that hits the water, it's the first thing that the fish see it. Yeah. But if I want it buried, and I want it a little bit inside, and I found that this is the best way, and most times this is what I do, I actually get the mould, I put a few pellets in first, just level them out.
You sort of half filled it there?
Yeah, just sort of half filled it. I don't want to put too many because I don't want the hook bait to go in the rims of the feeder. I then put the pellet on the top, make sure it's comfortable. The main thing is take your time and get it right. And then put the pellets on the top again. Method, press it, release it on the bottom.
Just perfect, isn't it?
You can't see the hook bait, that's absolutely perfect. And if you want, and you can actually give it if you want another little squeeze. Sometimes you can, but that's just a perfect mould. The nice thing about that is you've always got the same weight, the same consistency of bait on it, so it's always going in the same direction. And it just makes life simple. And then all you do, you pick your rod up, pick your target, and you cast it out, you pick your spot. It's gone in. Put your pole tip under the water, don't move it, you mustn't move it now, and just pull it like that. And it took about 20 seconds for my first bite. I just pulled it.
Touched ledge.
When almost, I'm just waiting for the line to sink, but you mustn't move it from that far ledge. That's so important. And then when you've done it, you just put it on your rod rest. Put it like that.
So did everybody start on method that day?
Everybody started on the method. Everybody. I don't tighten up. I just slacken it off and leave it reasonably slack. Just keep moving things. A lot of people, when
there's an indication straight away.
Straight at it, straight away. See, I'd caught one by now on that match. I was actually playing a fish by now, and I actually had 15 in the first hour, and I kept them in one net, and they weighed 50 pounds. So that gives you some idea of the first hour. But all the time while that were happening, I was feeding my other lines like that. My hands are free. That's a fish. Just pick up and wind it in.
It's not a bad start again,
Not
is
a bad
it?
start, was it really? And just take your time. If it goes that way, turn it round and pull it away from the far bank gently.
Good fish?
Yeah, it's a good fish, 4-pounder.
Notice you always keep the rod lows while you bring it back in.
Yeah, I think it's important. I see too many people doing that while you're fishing, and I think when they're doing that, they're trying to get their head up and the fish is fighting. I like to keep the rod low, and once it starts swimming, you just keep winding until you get it close inside. If it goes to your right, just put the rod over to the left and turn it until it's very, very close, or as close as it can come. And when you think it's close, you can pick your landing net angle up then.
Excellent. Well done, mate. Excellent
It's
start.
as simple as that, really. The most important thing I find is you've got to keep it in the right spot and be patient and not move the feeder. Because the fish, I think, come to the noise, come to the splash. I think that's got a lot to do with it. All you do is take your time and set it up. One of the mistakes people make, Dave, they rush everything. They don't take the time with everything. And all I did then, I just got an hard pellet, I put it on the band, like that. And I like the hook as close as I can to the pellet.
That's interesting, that, because you quite often see people with really long hair.
Yeah, no, I don't. I like it as close as I possibly can.